Who is Cad Bane? Cad Bane was a Duros male bounty hunter who at the height of his career was considered to be the galaxy's deadliest bounty hunter before the emergence of Boba Fett. Especially during the Clone Wars era, Cad Bane was undoubtedly the best and one of the most experienced bounty hunters, highly sought after for his ruthlessness and skill. However, Cad Bane did not start as the galaxy's greatest bounty hunter. He was initially eclipsed by Jango Fett, who at one point even acted as a mentor to the bounty hunter. Sometime prior to the Battle of Naboo, Cad Bane met the infamous Sith Lord Darth Maul on Nar Shaddaa. Alongside fellow bounty hunters Aurra Sing, True Trill Tech, and Vorhdilo, they assisted the Sith in acquiring Jedi Padawan Eldra Kaitis from Seth Stress's auction. Maul, who was interested in the Jedi Padawan so that he may test his skills against a real Jedi, ambushed G. Craw, who won the auction for the Jedi. Bane, alongside the other bounty hunters, ambushed G. Craw's ship, but the ship was initially sabotaged by Stresses, causing the ship to crash on the moon of Draskai. Bane soon discovered that Stresses was turning them into sport, having enlisted several mercenaries to kill the team. Fighting alongside the other bounty hunters, the team was able to survive. Stealing a ship from the Onaka gang, he picked up Maul and dropped him off at Cersei's hideout, leaving him to finish the job. As the Clone Wars broke, Bane's services were highly sought after by the Separatists and Darth Sidious himself, and over the course of his career he would acquire the techno-service droid Todo 360. Among his earliest and most daring exploits during the Clone Wars was the heist at the Jedi Temple. Recruited by Darth Sidious, Bane was tasked with stealing a holocron from the Holocron Vault in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. Providing Bane with a map of the temple, he was able to slip past the security with the help of his droid and bounty hunter Claudide Cato Parasiti. Bane was able to successfully complete his mission, escaping by disguising himself as a Jedi. However, Cato Parasiti was captured and the bounty hunter revealed that Bane's next target was the missing Jedi Bola Rapal, the keeper of the Kyber Crystal. Mace Windu then realized that with the holocron, Cad Bane would be able to crack the data on the crystal, containing information that listed all the Force-sensitive children in the galaxy, the future of the Jedi Order. Following Cad Bane's escape, Darth Sidious ordered the Separatists to send a small fleet to help Bane carry out his next assignment to kidnap Jedi Master Bola Rapal. Supported by the resources of the Separatists, Bane led a ground assault on the surface of Devaron, capturing Rapal and the Kyber Crystal. However, Republic reinforcements led by Anakin Skywalker soon arrived. The ensuing battle left much of the Separatist fleet destroyed, except for Bane's frigate. Bane was unable to make a hyperspace jump as a result of a damaged hyperdrive. Desperate, Bane attempted to force Rapal to access the data by torturing him. However, Rapal died during the process. Unable to access the data, Cad Bane decided to switch tactics and set up an ambush to force Anakin and Ahsoka to open the holocron. In the ensuing battle, Bane was able to subdue Ahsoka and forced her in front of an airlock, threatening Anakin and forcing him to open the holocron. Skywalker complied, giving Bane access to the data, and the bounty hunter made his escape through the airlock. But on his way out, the bounty hunter was confronted by two clone troopers, Denel and Koho. As the Jedi caught up to the bounty hunter, Anakin watched as Denel shot the bounty hunter dead. But with the situation on the ship declining rapidly, the Jedi had no time to retrieve the holocron. However, the Jedi quickly soon discovered that this was a ruse when they found out that one of the clone troopers was bleeding blue blood. Knowing that the gig was up, Cad Bane, disguised in clone armor, knocked out Ahsoka, jumped into a V-19 starfighter and took off, making his way to Blackstall Station. Now with access to the data, Sidious tasked the bounty hunter to kidnap 4 Force-sensitive children and bring them to Mustafar for a secret project. However, amidst kidnapping the third child, he was apprehended by Anakin and Ahsoka. Interrogated by Mace Windu, Anakin, and Obi-Wan, Bane confessed that he knew the location of the children and the holocron. Bane took the Jedi aboard his space station where he claimed the location of the children and the holocron to be, but during the process he was able to trick the Jedi into triggering his traps, allowing him to make an escape. Sometime later, Bane was hired by Jabba the Hutt to free his uncle Ziro before Ziro could testify in front of the Galactic Senate. With a rebuilt Todo and Helios 3E, the droids would kidnap C-3PO and R2-D2 to get hold of the blueprints for the Senate building. After achieving this task, the bounty hunter wiped the droid's memories of the incident to ensure his plans remained undiscovered. Then Bane, alongside a team of bounty hunters and 2 commando droids, infiltrated the Senate. Bane and his team took a group of senators hostage and proceeded to contact Palpatine in order to facilitate a hostage exchange. Senator Ornfree Tar would be escorted by Helios 3D to Ziros' prison, where Ziro would be released with a pardon. Hands tied, the Republic was forced to allow Bane to make an escape. Bane would be hired by Hutt once again after Ziro escaped his prison on Nal Hutta. Simultaneously, the Republic had dispatched Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and Quinlan Vos to hunt for Ziro as well. Bane was able to track Ziro down to the planet of Teth with the help of the singer Sai Snoodles, only to find him dead. The Hutt was murdered by Snoodles, who used the Hutt to get her hands on a holo diary recording of the dealings of the Hutt clan. Upon this discovery, Bane crossed paths with the Jedi, resulting in a scuffle but managed to escape capture. But while the bounty hunter was certainly quite skilled, he was at some point during the war apprehended by the Republic and imprisoned. But it was soon revealed that Bane purposefully let himself be captured so that he may spring a criminal mastermind working for Count Dooku from prison. The mastermind, by the name of Moralo Eval, was involved in a separatist plot to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine and sought to recruit the bounty hunter. However, during the escape, Eval took an interest in Rocco Hardeen, a bounty hunter who was imprisoned for the murder of Obi-Wan Kenobi. But this was of course a ruse by the Jedi, and Rocco was in fact Obi-Wan, who had undergone an operation to disguise himself as a bounty hunter. While in prison, Bane would enlist the help of Boba Fett, and as Fett started a riot, the trio made their escape. Following their escape, the trio would make their way to Sereno, where they would meet Count Dooku. Dooku then encouraged them to undertake a special bounty hunter tournament. The two, alongside a few other bounty hunters, were placed through a series of trials designed to thin out the herd. Any bounty hunter found to be inadequate would be filtered out by a process of elimination. At the end of the tournament, Dooku announced that the survivors would be given a mission to kidnap Palpatine during the upcoming Festival of Light on Naboo, with Bane leading the mission. Constructing an elaborate plan to kidnap the Chancellor, Bane infiltrated the crowd using a holographic disguise matrix to pose as a Nemoidian. As the shield generator protecting the event was taken down, Bane and Eval took the Chancellor hostage and made their way to the rendezvous point. However, upon their arrival, Dooku was nowhere in sight, but instead they found Hardeen, who had betrayed them, to rescue the Chancellor. Obi-Wan was able to overpower Bane and Eval in a fight, where the two were promptly arrested by Anakin and Windu. Towards the later years of the Clone Wars, Bane would eventually take on Boba Fett and mentor him in the ways of bounty hunting, returning the favor to Jango, who had once mentored the bounty hunter. Sometime later, the two would find themselves at odds with each other, with Fett determined to help a group of oppressed innocents. The two faced off against each other in a duel, which resulted in Boba receiving his signature dent on his helmet and Cad Bane seriously wounded. As the age of the Empire dawned, Bane would be tasked by the Kaminoan Prime Minister Lama Su to retrieve a genetically unmodified clone known as Omega. Intercepting the Bad Batch, Bane was able to engage Hunter and defeat him in a duel, allowing the bounty hunter to kidnap Omega. Bane proceeded to bring Omega to Bora Vio, where he would receive payment and hand over Omega to the Kaminoans. But upon realizing that Omega had escaped, he traced her through the abandoned facility, where he eventually caught her once again. But he then found the Kaminoan representative Tonwi dead, discovering that Fennec Shan, who had also been tracking Omega, had caught up with them. At the time, Fennec was hired by Nala Se to protect Omega, and so in the ensuing battle, Bane was forced to retreat back to his ship upon realizing that Omega had escaped in a flight pod. However, Bane was unable to take off as his ship was damaged and he was left stranded on the abandoned facility. Many years after the fall of the Empire, Cad Bane would find himself under the service of the Pykes Syndicate. He was sent to Mos Pelgo, where he would confront Cobb Vanth and attempted to coerce the Marshal and the town to stay neutral in the upcoming battle between Boba Fett and the Pykes. During the confrontation, Bane would end up killing Vanth's deputy and injuring the Marshal as well. Now under the payroll of the Pykes, it would ensure that his path would once again cross with Boba Fett. So that's what we know so far about Cad Bane's story. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I am the Lost Acolyte,
and I have spoken.